Alright guys, welcome to part 3 of the Hell in a Cell pay-per-view. This is the final part, of course. We have the last two matches on the cards. This first being a rematch for the United States Championship. Out first, Legend and Hall of Famer Stone Cold Steve Austin getting another crack at the U.S. title. And he had a great matchup with the show-off Dolph Ziggler at SummerSlam, but Austin fell a bit short. Ziggler created and took advantage of an opening and was able to pin the Texas Rattlesnake. So Austin looking to get a bit of revenge on Ziggler after the defeat. Crowd always excited to see Stone Cold Steve Austin in a WWE ring. I'm completely right there with them. Always great to see Stone Cold around. Let's get the United States Champion and also one half of the new Raw Tag Team Champions, Dolph Ziggler. And if you guys remember, part 1, Ziggler and McIntyre managed to defeat the Revival for the Raw Tag Team titles. So that technically makes Ziggler a double champion, at least for the moment. And just as a reminder, also with part 1, the Fatal 4-Way that Rusev won to kick off the pay-per-view. He'll be taking on either Ziggler or Stone Cold Steve Austin on Raw next week, as McIntyre now makes his way beside Ziggler with the Raw Tag Team title belt around his waist. So we're going to see if Ziggler can now go 2 for 2 here at Hell in a Cell and retain his United States Championship. So let's get this matchup underway, and then the main event of the pay-per-view is, of course, Elias defending his newly won Universal Championship against former champ Dean Ambrose inside Hell in a Cell. That'll be coming up after this matchup. The U.S. title on the line, Austin versus Ziggler. A lot on the line, of course. Ziggler not too worried. Is also the fresh man, as basically McIntyre defeated the Revival on his own, not even needing to tag in Ziggler at all. So we'll get to see Ziggler versus Austin, both men at least as close to 100% as you can be after their SummerSlam match. Gut buster there by Austin. Gets taken down there by the United States Champion. Austin with a reversal of his own there, kick to the chest of Ziggler. Going for a vertical suplex, no, knee to the head, Austin clotheslined out of the ring. Dolph up top, going for some double knees, and he hits it on the outside. Big right hand by Austin. Drags the champion to the barricade, slams him face first into it. The referee's count is at 3. Tosses Ziggler back in now. Count of 4. And Austin just slamming Ziggler chest first into the apron. Drags him away from the ropes. Smart move by the Hall of Famer. 1, 2. And Ziggler nearly got caught off guard there. Kicks out at the last second. Right hand by Austin. Ziggler avoids it, gets hit with a side Russian leg sweep though. United States Champion in a bit of a predicament here. Big right hand by Austin. Catches the kick. Ziggler with a spinning heel kick there. Goes to the second rope. Goes for a double elbow. And nobody home. Austin gets out of the way just in the nick of time. For a drop kick, but Austin pushes him off. Off the ropes goes Ziggler, hits him with a knee to the midsection. Austin had some momentum there, going back and forth with Ziggler now. Thesz press, right hands raining down. Austin looking to put away Ziggler for good. And now Ziggler is able to push Austin away, avoiding Stone Cold stunner, at least for the moment. Ziggler managed to kick out of several of those at SummerSlam. He's trying to avoid it again. Avoids the drop kick. Turns him around. Zigzag by Dolph Ziggler. Cover on Stone Cold. 1, 2, and no. Stone Cold Steve Austin kicks out. I thought this matchup was over. Ziggler thought so too. Austin to his feet again. Big right hand. Goes for a clothesline. Just drops him right on the top rope. Ziggler trying to keep his United States Championship. Just continues to stomp away on the rattlesnake. Kicks to the thigh. Ziggler going with a full head of steam. This crowd has been on fire tonight. In every match so far, especially for this co-main event. Clothesline gets dropped on the top rope. Picks up Ziggler. Goes for best press once more. Big right hand. Into the cover on Ziggler. New United States Champion too. And no, Ziggler powered out at the last possible millisecond there. This crowd still on their feet. Stone Cold looking for the stunner once again. Kick to the midsection. Ziggler is able to push him off again. Hits him with the drop kick. Turns him around. It's the zigzag a second time. Cover. 1, 2, 3, and Dolph Ziggler retains the United States Championship. Another great matchup between these two men. You gotta hand it to Stone Cold Steve Austin for bringing out the best in Ziggler in both of their encounters. But Ziggler is still the United States Champion, remains a double champion as well, as we get ready for tonight's main event. But briefly before we see that matchup, Ziggler is not going to have an easy task come Monday Night Raw, as he will have to take on and defend his title against the Bulgarian brute Rusev. But Ziggler has some time to celebrate and to relax until then. But we'll get into tonight's main event. Alright everybody, part 3, main event of the pay-per-view. And of course, you can't have a Hell in a Cell pay-per-view without a Hell in a Cell matchup. And what better match to have this stipulation on than the Universal Champion match itself. So out first, former Universal Champion, 1/3 of the Shield, the Lunatic Fringe, Dean Ambrose, looking to reclaim the title that he lost at SummerSlam. It was more or less an upset and a shock victory for Elias at the biggest event of the summer. Elias, the new Universal Champion. Ambrose not too happy about dropping the title to the Drifter of all people. This matchup being in a Hell in a Cell environment, anything goes. These guys can use the cage against each other. And we know with the lunatic and crazy nature of Ambrose, give him an opportunity to use weapons and no rules and all that kind of stuff. You know, he'll take full advantage of it. Very, very unpredictable superstar, as we've all come to know and love. Let's get the new Universal Champion Elias out here now. The Drifter looking to hold on to his title. We heard from Elias last week on Raw that he looks to continue this Age of the Drifter stuff that he's been talking about since pretty much the beginning of the year. But the now Universal Champion has a tough task in front of him. And Hell in a Cell matches are always very, very dangerous. And you don't come out the same way you come in. These guys will pretty much go to war with each other, destroying each other every opportunity they get. So let's get this Hell in a Cell main event matchup underway. Universal Championship on the line. Dean Ambrose taking on Elias. It's going to be an interesting matchup for sure. Both men look very, confident that they can walk out of this cell structure with the Universal Championship. But Elias starting things off here with a clothesline to the lunatic fringe. A kick to the back does not faze Ambrose one bit. Kick to the midsection by the Drifter. Clothesline takes him into the corner, follows that up with a knee to the side of the face. And Elias leaving the ring. He is able to do so. Gets hit with an elbow to the face from Ambrose. Picks him up. Elbow to the midsection. Breaks the hold. Clothesline from the Drifter in the corner. Follows it up with the knee yet again. A useful combination so far for the Universal Champion. Elias off the ropes. Ambrose ducks under. Follows that up with a leap over. Swinging neck breaker by the former champion. Now stomp to the leg. Elias in some trouble. And another kick right to the face. Ambrose dead set on becoming a two-time Universal Champion, reclaiming his title. But Elias is the only obstacle in his way right now. Now there's Elias showboating as he usually does. Elias gets back into the ring, hits him with a drop kick. Dean in a bit of trouble. Tosses Elias into the corner. Uh-oh. Driven shoulder first into the ring post. The Drifter is down. And an alley-oop sit-out power bomb by the lunatic fringe. Elias to his feet. Leaves the ring again. Now so does Ambrose. Gets tossed to the floor. These two men definitely do not like each other one bit. And a big right hand from Elias. Ambrose with a reversal. Elbow to the face. Ambrose in trouble. Ambrose falls down. He's hit the back of his head and face on the cell wall. Tosses Elias face first into it now too. Elias in trouble. Stomp to the leg. And a big right hand to the back. Ambrose trying to maintain control. And a big clothesline by the Universal Champion. Tosses him down. Ambrose might have just hit the bottom of the ring post right there on his fall. Big right hand, no. Ambrose with one of his own. And driven into the wall again. Cell wall is very unforgiving. There's a lot more damage. And again, Ambrose face first. Elias just having a fun time tossing Ambrose around. The crowd on their feet anticipating what is going to happen next. Face first again. Ambrose may be knocked out cold very shortly if Elias keeps this up. He tosses him down to the ground again. Stomp to the leg. Big right hand. Into the steel ring steps. Elias just brutalizing the lunatic fringe. Reversal there by Dean, and a clothesline launches Elias over the steps. Tosses him back in. Big reversal by the Drifter. Going for the drift away. Into the cover. He does not go into the cover actually. Looks like Elias wants to do a lot more damage to Ambrose. Big clothesline by the champ. Ambrose collapses out of the bottom rope. And a kick to the midsection. Elias tossed back in by Dean. Cover one. 2, and no, Elias powers out. Ambrose frustrated. Kick to the back. The Drifter still in this matchup. Kick to the back of the knee. Leaping clothesline takes Ambrose down. Into the cover. 1, 2, and Ambrose powers out as well. Crowd on their feet. Main event of the show. A lot on the line. Elias trying to remain the Universal Champion. Continues striking down Dean Ambrose. Now just nearly choking him out. That is perfectly legal in this type of matchup, and a drop kick. Nice athleticism and agility by the Universal Champion. Dean tosses him into the corner. Elias fights out, knee to the face. Goes with another one. Elias trying to cover, looking to retain. 1, 2, and Ambrose again kicking out. Big right hand. Oh, the big left and right shots there, and one to the face. Look at the strength of Elias, just tossing Ambrose halfway across the ring. Big right hand, Ambrose blocks it, hits him with a kick. And a big forearm by the Drifter. Avoids whatever maneuver Dean was going for. Big right hand. Elias has him in the corner. The big shots to the midsection and the face once again. Ambrose tossing him. Elias just toying with Ambrose at this point. We're seeing a whole different layer to the Drifter right here. A lot more aggressive. He has pretty good reason to be, if you ask me. And a snap suplex. Dean, I don't even think he knows where he is right now. Tosses him over the top rope, crashing to the floor. Big shot to the back. Ambrose with a reversal, tosses Elias back inside. Picks him up. Going for a move, Elias fights through. Dean sends him into the corner. These guys again know each other very well, going back and forth. Knee to the midsection. Stomps to the chest repeatedly from the Universal Champion. Dean with a reversal, big left hand. Uh-oh. And an old school dirty deed there. But Elias gets back up quickly. Elias avoids the comeback. Hits him with a spine buster. Power bomb cover. 1, 2. And Ambrose kicks out. What a matchup here between these two individuals. Elias and Ambrose just dismantling each other. Elias leaves the ring. Looks like he's waiting for Ambrose. And Ambrose tosses Elias towards the corner of the cell. Picks him up. Big reversal by the champion. And a reversal by the challenger. Tosses Elias back in. Ambrose looking to end things here. Elias gets out of it. Pushes him off. Elias persistent on fighting outside of the ring. Trying to lure Ambrose to him. Uh-oh, this is not good, it's not good. Up against the wall, Elias. I think he might have saved himself by falling down, actually. Who knows what Ambrose would have been going for. Hits him with a short arm clothesline. Oh, just slams him into the wall. Follows it up. Oh, and Elias into the steel steps again. I don't even know how these two men are standing right now. They're just absolutely demolishing each other. Elias fighting back now. Tossing Ambrose to the corner. Forcing him into the corner. Elias has control. Dean might be out cold, but Elias is not stopping. Elias might be looking to even end the career of Dean Ambrose as the cell wall breaks. Elias gets him where he wants him. Big reversal. Universal Champion still in control. The cell wall broke. That's how much of an issue these guys have with each other. They're going to throw each other through all sorts of objects and walls. And again, and now Elias tossed outside. Wait a second, Elias to his feet. Looks like Elias is scaling the cell structure. This is ridiculous. What is the Drifter doing? Now Ambrose trying to pull him down too. This is not good. Now they're just fighting on the side of the wall. Someone's going to end up going through a table. These guys. Elias with a reversal. Slams him face first, and Elias knocks Ambrose down. And Elias deciding to scale back down the wall. Goes for a super kick. It looked like Elias pulling out all the stops here. Elias to his feet. Reversal by the Drifter. On a big clothesline. Picking apart Ambrose piece by piece. Tosses him into the barricade. And Elias still climbing once again. Elias just pulling out all the stops. I don't know what he's trying to do here. He's got to be careful. If he falls, he might end his own career here. And now Ambrose up top with him. Elias. Oh, Elias getting to the top. Found his handholds there. Gets to the top of the cell as Ambrose going to follow the Drifter, and it looks like he is. Elias putting on a bit of an air guitar show at the top of this Hell in a Cell structure. Elias fired up here, yelling at the crowd. Kick to the midsection. Uh-oh, Ambrose. Ambrose not in a good position. This is not good for the former Universal Champion. Almost tossed him off the cage. Tosses him around. Again, both of these men need to be careful. Oh, Elias almost falling off the cage. Ambrose. Vertical suplex. The Drifter maintaining his control over Dean Ambrose here, gets him into a headlock for a moment. Ambrose has already crashed into steel cage several times earlier on, and now back first on the top of the cell. Elias has him in a power bomb position, but his back gives out. That might have just saved Ambrose there, but we are going to take a commercial break as these two continue to go to war on top of the Hell in a Cell structure. Alright everyone, welcome back to Hell in a Cell's main event. Dean Ambrose and Elias going at it, both men kind of taking their time getting back up into this match. Elias gets back in and Dean Ambrose thought he was rolling him up, goes for dirty deeds instead. Referee going for the count, but instead, I don't know why he's sprinting towards the ropes. There's always some bit of shenanigans going on during a Hell in a Cell matchup and main event. If you guys remember the stuff that went on last year when it was Seth Rollins versus Chris Jericho, the whole stuff with Rusev turning the power out, costing Jericho the matchup, where Breezango had to kind of come in and finally figure out that it was in fact Rusev who caused the power outage in the arena and ended up indirectly helping Seth Rollins win. And then the referee just now not counting Ambrose's pin attempt on the Universal Champion, going for another dirty deeds, but Elias saw it coming. Kick to the midsection of Ambrose and hits the drift away into the cover. 1, 2, and no. Ambrose able to get the shoulder up. I don't even know how both men are able to stand, considering the punishment that they are putting each other through throughout this matchup. But Ambrose trying to get to the ropes, and Elias picks him up. The champion going for another drift away. This might be it now for Ambrose. 1, 2, 3, and Elias is able to retain his Universal Championship in one crazy Hell in a Cell match. These two men, again, I can't stress that enough. I don't even know how they're able to get to their feet after the beating that they put each other through, especially on top of the structure. We see some of the highlights of this matchup. Elias is able to put the lunatic fringe down for good and hold on to his title once again. But that will wrap up Hell in a Cell. If you guys enjoyed this pay-per-view and this part, be sure to leave a like, comment, share, subscribe, and all that fun stuff. I hope you all have a great rest of your day or night whenever you see this, and we will see everybody next time.